As you go deeper into enemy territory, the danger to your team of soldiers increases. This means that once the alarm is sounded, either by noise or going for alarm counter reaching the top space on the track, the party is going to start. The good news is that the alarm going off means some confusion among the hostiles will grant your forces some time, but that time will not last long. The hostiles will locate your soldiers and track your team down. Even worse, from the locations near the beginning of the mission will spring forth alerted and mobilized hostiles coming to make your adventure a short one. As they sweep through the area, your time will be quite limited to complete the mission. With all the hostile pauses counters back to their unaware sides and the going for alarm counters moved up a single space on the track, you are ready for the festivities to begin. Just like some weapons have ranges that can reach into other location cards, so too do hostiles have a search range which may reach into your location. Hostiles have up to 3 search ratings that are printed on their card. The number from left to right represents the search value of the hostile in ranges 0, 1, and 2 respectively. The number will indicate how many spaces you advance the noise counter in those ranges. This may get confusing if you have soldiers at different ranges from the hostile. However, you simply choose the range with the highest search value and count that. In other words, what affects you the worst is the range you should use. So, soldiers that are more than a single range from a hostile that has a negative search value, you should use the range that has the lowest search value. For completing a mission, it may seem as if your team has an uphill struggle. After all, almost any noise will be compounded by the proximity of the hostiles in your area. Plus, the better the ears they have, the more likely that number will tick up the scale. On the mission card, you will see an activity value number. In fact, you may see 2 activity value numbers, which indicate the number of spaces you retreat the noise counter on the track when it is activated. For example, if you are instructed to advance the noise counter by 8, the activity value of the mission based on the rightmost location card will tell you to retreat that counter by 3. Therefore, you only advance the counter by 5. The alarm goes off when the noise counter enters the alarm sounded area or if the going for alarm marker enters the alarm sounded square. You will need to move the enemy mobilization counter to on alert. There is no pulling back once the counter reaches that spot. All hostiles become fully aware, which means that you ignore placing any pauses or going for alarm counters. Plus, you remove any unaware, pauses, or going for alarm counters that already exist because the hostiles are now mobilized. Once the mobilization occurs, you will need to place mobilized counters on both the mission card and in location number 2. This indicates that the hostiles in the area are now fully alerted to your presence. All hostiles in location number 2 will have all unaware, pauses, and going for alarm counters removed. A reaction force card is now placed in location number 2. They are fully aware of your presence and will not have any unaware counters placed on them. Now you move the noise counter down the track to match the enemy confusion value as listed on the mission card. On the turn after the alarm goes off, put a reaction force and mobilized counter to the right of the rightmost location card that has a mobilized counter already placed. Remember that the number of reaction force cards is limited, so once they are played, that is it. Keep in mind that the reaction force and mobilized counters are never placed on the extraction card.